channel. I'm your host, Wayne Moore, aka as you can see, we got ourselves a new let's play. Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor. Just a bit while I check out the audio situation. Mm-hmm. Okay. Still got a little bit of chop. Hopefully. This game is not trying to cooperate. Let me see. We build it as we fly, folks. Sounds better. Oh, interesting. Thought I wouldn't have to worry about this kind of thing. Oh no. Never mind. Huh. What is that from? By the way. Well, wanted to do this before going into this, but as I said, we got ourselves a Shadow of Mordor Let's Play, and we will be moving on to Shadow of War eventually. Pretty good game, this. Actually, one of my favorites. Well, I might as well get the obvious stuff out of the way. Where you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's definitely get into this one.
In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. It was here, on the slopes of Mount Doom, that the Dark Lord Sauron was defeated by a last alliance of men and elves. It is here that for 2,500 years the Rangers of Gondor stood watch, guarding against a nameless threat they had all but forgotten. And while the strength of Gondor faded, the power and malice of Sauron grew in darkness. He has returned to Mordor. Shadow and flame have fallen on the Black Gate, and no mortal man can stand in its path.
That is a perfect swing for killing chicken. Wouldn't want to hurt you. I'll take a lot more than that. Dear how the mighty chicken.
Alright. You know, it's too bad they never,
You'll have to hit harder if you want to best your father.
memory serves, they never designed the difficulty into this game.
Parry,
It's understandable
son, don't
why,
forget to
but
block.
Perhaps you should forget to hit.
Stay alert, dear. Your enemy will not always be as he appears.
interesting.
Easy, son. You're not a soldier yet. I'll have your gun.
I'm all right.
I think it might be better if I have yours, old boy. Ah.
Dear Isle, remember your training!
That was weird. Actually held the button.
Stand fast, dear Isle!
Ah, okay. There we go. Don't die, kid.
Remember, son, lunge deep and cut deeper!
These orcs are much stronger than any we've ever seen.
They're not orcs, they're Uruks. They're far worse. There's too many. Go find your mother. Go find your mother. Keep her safe. I'll be right behind you. Go. Am I dead?
You are banished from death.
Winds and waters may cross, see mountains white and blue. But on your road, let's not forget the love I have for you. Dance on beaches, in and follows, sleep in moonlit fields of view. May you cross another golden age, with preciousness free flowing, with halfling elves and dwarves engage, their wisdom on you bestowing.
Funnily enough, I didn't know she actually had much more to that song.
Happy anniversary, my love.
Talion, this is beautiful. Where did you find it?
I still have a few friends left in Gondor.
Did you talk to my father?
Yes, I did. And nothing has changed. He's still very stubborn.
I say we go anyway.
Dear, I will not come willingly.
There must be a better life than this.
Not now. But soon.
I'm just so tired of hiding here, Talion.
We must hide now, or we are both dead.
Funnily enough, that little instance always did weird a whole bunch of people out. You spend the whole game.
We should have left when we had the chance.
Don't move. I'll clear a path.
Not time for that.
Outnumbered. Stealth is my only advantage.
You spend the whole game using this button prompt for things like that, but then they have you use the same technique to kiss your wife. Psycho, man, psycho. Sorry about all the disconnecting of the mic, folks. My throat seems to be acting a little funny tonight. Don't want y'all dealing with that.
Put the sword down, Ranger. The Black Hand wants him alive! Take her! He will lead.
You sure? Look like his face might have a face on it.
Father! I'm right here, son. I'm right here. Shirkush Anazu. Kantya Pakuriza.
We'll be together, my love. Soon. Forever.
Come back to me, Elf Lord. What is this place?
See for yourself. Now, do you believe me, Ranger?
What has happened to me?
You are banished from death. Cast adrift between the worlds of light and dark. Curse binds us together within the walls of Ardar.
If what you say is true, then how do we break this curse?
We find the one who cast it on us. The Black Hand of Sauron.
As I said, this is a series of games I actually like. Played them obviously before. Kind of made in the same vein as the Batman Arkham series. But as you can see, there's a there's killing. So yeah, this ain't Batman. And again, it makes sense that there is no difficulty, being that there's a system in place to sort of mitigate that whole concept Well, not really mitigate it, but solve it. On top of that, it's, as far as I consider it, such an important system. It, in its own way, actually paves the way for future gaming. Period. And this game is pretty old now. It's what 12, 13 years old, something like that at this point. Maybe a little younger. But the system that they use in its own way was pretty much revolutionary. I don't think there's been anything like it other than what they made for the sequel. But in its own way, it effectively creates a whole universe full of AI thought processes, necessities, and desires. It's pretty interesting.
So, we missed one of you at Narcos, eh? An easy mistake to fix.
Where is it? Talk about the wall? Alright.
You will suffer for what you've done!
Oh, I had no doubt, my friend, but it won't be by y'all. And then right there is your cape technique, the stun and the rapid fire. That's your beat down.
Go back to him.
And I'll give it to him. He came down to square up by himself after watching what just happened. He could just as easily have left or got back up. Let me see what you're thinking real quick. And then of course we can gain intel and root around in his mind.
What do you know of the Black Hand of Sauron?
He is a fiend. Made of thin air.
What more?
A slave I had. Swears he fought him. I sold him for a keg of grog to Gimu the slaver.
These are the captains of Sauron's army. They appear as shadows because you don't yet know their identity. Press A to continue. By interrogating enemies, you can uncover valuable information about these captains. Press A to learn the identity of the captain. Gimu the Slaver. You have learned Gimu's identity. This will help you hunt him down. His title, the Slaver, gives you clues about his role in Uruk society. You have also learned his power rating of 4. This gives you an indication of how difficult he will be to defeat. The power rating also determines your rewards for defeating him. Rewards include rooms to upgrade your weapons and increasing your own power to unlock new ability tiers. The map and objectives show you where the captain can be located. Located at the main mission. Press A to mark your target. Tell your friends about me.
That is where we have to go.
If one can trust an orc.
Trust has nothing to do with it. His thoughts cannot lie.
That doesn't mean what he knows can't be a lie. Still useful to know. Tutorial missions, gold icons, tutorial missions. Gold icons advance the story, red icons display power struggles where Uruks compete for status. Reward is power to unlock new ability tiers. I'll do those, but I won't find a need for them very often. You'll see as we go. And it's not that they wouldn't be useful, but there's going to be other ways I'm going to shift that whole system around. White icons represent side missions and collectibles. Reward Mirian to purchase upgrades. You have two available main missions. The slavers save the humans trapped within Mordor and find the Black Captain, or the Spirit of Mordor. Learn more about Uruk society and take down Sauron's army from within. It'll be best to deal with Gimub, just because I want to say he's closer. But you can do either one and be fine. It's all a matter of what your skill set is. The only reason I'm going for Gimub is because I want to progress certain aspects. Excuse me.
The world has changed. Nothing makes sense.
Is that a damn Graug?
This is how it will be. The future and the past are linked in darkness.
I don't understand why I'm here.
And I can't remember. Let's go find the slaver. His mind may provide answers.
This early, a Graug. I love it. Okay. Now, when you go into the map menu, you'll notice in the upper left-hand corner, it obviously tells you to visit the structure to reveal the area that I'm currently in right now, or the area that you hover over your map with, depending on where you're at. And once you do, it'll actually tell you all of the things that's in that region, all of the herbs. Now, each and every herb, if you collect it, it doesn't matter what it is, will heal you. But, as you can see, there's challenges. Kill 3 spiders and pick 3 Nephrodil, okay? So, those are the white stars, basically. Now, it won't show you on the map, but it will show you on the mini-map where those are. They're useful for XP as well as Mirian. But some are based on like story barriers, so you won't get access to some until you outright finish the story. Let me see now. Nope, not that one. Oh, there's a couple around here. Now, excuse me. The reason that I say I'm not overly concerned about those power struggles is because this game has something called the Nemesis System. 1 second. Excuse me. I had to handle the mic again. Now, as we go, the way the Nemesis System works, let's say I fight an enemy, right? And let's say I lose to that enemy. Well, if I see that enemy again, the enemy remembers me. It remembers that I lost, and it will act accordingly. On top of that, it will actually be stronger. And sometimes, depending on what happened, it may have a strength based on how you lost, or what you lost to, or what happened during that fight. So, if I say defeated him but didn't kill him, but I set him on fire, well, if I see him again, he might have a weakness to fire. He may be afraid of fire, or fire may galvanize him and make him more dangerous than he was. You literally alter the way every Uruk in this game thinks and functions entirely, and that's why I'm not overly concerned about the power struggle system. I'm going to effectively shake it all up.
Nani here Gelar Mordor.
And these are Ithilden, right? Star Moon is what he called them.
These are Ithilden, Star Moon, forged of Mithril. They hold memories of the ancient past. The knowledge within may be fair or ill.
And of course, because it's ancient Elvish, I can't read it. But that completes that one. XP, as you see. Now we moved on to the next set. I have to effectively shift it in my brain in certain ways. Green plus red dog, yellow dome. Now, check this out. All I did was stab him.
Thank you.
Now, I didn't break his neck, I didn't slit his throat, so the possibility exists that he didn't die, but he has been defeated. I could see him again later. having remembered what I just did to him, and he could just as easily be more dangerous because of it. And this is every single one throughout the entire game. You have enough Mirrodin. Oh no, yeah, that is what it is. To purchase an upgrade, pressing right trigger on this menu will allow you to view your attributes as well. Earn XP to gain ability points and unlock powerful new abilities. Play power struggles to earn power more quickly and unlock ability tiers. And as I said, there may be times where we might use those, but generally it's not something to worry about in this game. The sequel, that's completely a different creature. Now in this section, Mirian is the currency to upgrade your weapons and increase your maximum health, focus, and elf shot. Earn Mirian by finding collectibles, completing side quests, challenges, and bonus objectives. And I could just easily go to this menu from the main menu where I was able to pull up the map, Sauron's army, upgrades, and all of that. So I could just go there directly from here directly from there, or just do it from inside this menu. Now, you won't really have a need for Mirian other than for this and this particular section here, which is to upgrade your weapon slots so you can put runes on them. And the more slots you get, obviously, the more runes. The scale of the rune doesn't matter. You can have one of the best runes in the game. It only takes one slot. It doesn't matter what it is. At the bottom, we've, of course, got our special abilities based on each rune. We'll get into those as we go, potentially. Of course, more max health and elf shot, focus. Let me see now. And then we've also got our progression. Now, this section, I rarely check it, and that's just because I rarely need it, and that's just because I'm basically gonna kind of probably do it anyway. You know. Let me see. Useful though in terms of 100%. If you're a collectible nut, you know, I'm not overly a collectible nut, but if I see it, more than likely I'll try and get it. Now we're gonna pick up execution, which is the takedown technique that you'd see in the Batman games. When your hit streak is 1 second. Looks like I've got to rearrange the Twitch box again. I had moved it to where it is now, but apparently that's not good enough. There we go. When your hit streak is charged, press Y and B to execute your target. Hit streak charged every 8 consecutive hits. The hit streak counter will turn red and your sword will glow. And we'll pretty much get everything on this tree. Now, if memory serves, nope, it's not on this section. I was thinking that the abilities of the blades, those abilities down here, would show up there, but they don't. Then, of course, we've got weapons and runes, which takes us straight to the runes, or the weapon slot. So if I wanted to, instead of spinning the Mirian from that menu, I could come directly in here. Now, we, of course, start with some extras based on DLC. And, of course, there's the one that gives you the final weapon ability. I'm not going to be bothering with that. Matter of fact, might not be able to sell these. It's alright. Nah. That would be nice, but the level of cheese would be... See, now that one kind of makes sense, because I've seen ones that you get early on that are just better. Plus 25% damage to headshots. I've seen ones you get early that are just outright better. Reduce focus depletion rate by 50%. Nah. Now this one I might use, Grave Walker, increase the morale effect on the enemies when they witness a captain die, but we'll see. We'll see. But for now, not doing that. Let us continue on. Now, let me see. Did you really think they let you be if you finish your tasks early? Really? They seem like the kind type, do they?
Escaping slave!
Is that what that is? Now he's dead. That's just brains right there. Alright. One more of those, and we got ourselves the yellow one. Oh hey, that works out. Intel and I'll explain the first one here in just a minute. Oh. The icon above an Uruk's head, awareness tutorial. The icon above an Uruk's head displays his awareness. Yellow indicates an Uruk is investigating the disturbance, and red indicates an Uruk is aware of you. Hold right trigger to sneak, reducing the amount of noise you make. If you're fast enough, you can kill him while he's still in shock. Here's the thing. Your friend saved you. Do not. Whoa. What? Oh, okay. You remember when I said that the game progresses and does things? That's what I meant. The world shapes itself and just moves around. Things just happen, whether you're there or not. So I'll say, that's the first time I've ever seen that one. I've never not, like, been near an area and saw a captain die or something on my system. Now, the green ones are obviously intel carriers. Intel will reveal a captain's strengths and unlock their weaknesses. Unlocked weaknesses enable you to more easily defeat a captain. A vulnerability means the captain can be killed in one strike with a specific combat strategy. For example, a captain who is stealth vulnerable will be instantly killed by a stealth attack. And that's 100% legit. Now, just because I don't unlock the weaknesses does not mean he doesn't already have them. I just don't know them. Now I do. Damage by combat finishers and ranged attacks. Those are his weaknesses, but his strength becomes enraged when he burns. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Monster Slayer, able to kill monsters quickly and resistant to their attacks. Grapple can swing you around. Jump attack leaps while striking, far while striking. Fearless cannot be terrified and never flees, which means I'm gonna have to put him down, straight up. Can't be terrified and never flees, meaning that whole morale thing on the captain is useless. Hold that for me, bruh. Thank you. Now, the issue is that while that has happened, possibilities exist for other things to happen. Now, I'm generally not worried about who I learn about or why or where. Once I've got those 5 main captains out the way, I don't care. And the reason why is because I have no idea who I'm going to see next. They move around, all of them do. I have no idea who I'm going to see next, what I'm going to see, and why. This must be the one who ended up dying. Yeah, see, there's those ones up top, which will be explained later, and then there's everybody else. The ones at the bottom are the lowest ranked captains, if memory serves. These are the first ones, second ones, third ones, and then there's, of course, the leaders in the back. But I want to say, level-wise, it doesn't matter. The strongest level ones can actually be around here or there. it's just the whole progression. They start filling in from the bottom first. But you never know who you're gonna run across or when. So it doesn't really matter whose intel you learn unless you're trying to go after a specific target yourself. I'm not right now, so I don't really care who you are until I need to. Adds to the mystique. What the hell was that? The stick vibrated that whole time right there. Is this that same Graug? Yeah, you did. Oh, that's what happened. Oh. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with. Bear's Bones, level 5. 30% chance to get an automatic critical strike on the first hit in the hit streak chain. Nope. See, and then there you can break them down into a Mirian, which works out. They just need to let me do that with all the other things. But no. I need to be responsible. Cool.
I see that little rat. I'll chase it down myself.
You better get out of here, because that growl is coming.
Thank you, Ranger.
Yep.
Keep him off balance.
Probably seems to make no sense what I'm doing. It's because I'm doing what I was talking about, shaking the world up. Everybody's gonna have reasons to want something from me, one way, shape, or form. One thing to note for you folks who haven't played this, when I'm doing this, I am not invulnerable. I'm only invulnerable if I'm in the menu. And I do mean the menu, not while I'm sitting there deciding whether or not to read his mind or not. Oh, I might as well heal. He's still after me, really. Interesting. Oh, excellent. Tripping. There we go. Ah, impact. Perfect. Countered enemies with Y will be knocked backwards, stunned, or knocked down. That's the other thing I need right now. The inability to do such a thing like that while constantly countering is of no real help to me. Shh. I was never here. I was never here. Cool, cool. You can only see and collect those while you're in the raid world. These artifacts hold memories of Mordor. Use left stick and right stick to look for the memory and then press X to reveal it. A remarkable find, Mortar and Pestle. This artifact may date back to the Second Age, to the great Númenórean incursion, wherein the Dark Lord Sauron willingly fell into captivity. It would likely have been used by a healer to grind roots and herbs in creation of poultices and unguents. Yeah, unguents. Required to keep an army hale and relatively healthy. And of course you have your zoom, which is rearrange with your left stick, and rotate with your right. Obviously this is what you're looking for.
The first messengers have rolled into camp. They're reporting few casualties. We've struck a mighty blow against the forces of Mordor aligned against us. Let it be so, and not fools' idle chatter. Haggadorn, what news?
They say we've won a monumental victory. You'll not be needing all that Athelis you've been grinding, my friend. Few need healing on this day, and more's the wonder. They say the Golden King has brought back a prize. Sauron himself, wearing the heavy chains.
I wouldn't have fell for none of that, but I'm still grinding if it's me just to build up resources. Let me see. Yep, it all sounds well and good, so I guess all I have to say to that is huzzah. And then of course,
I have lived half my life on the boundary of Mordor, thinking it was dead, never knowing the stories it held.
The Land of Shadow is awakening from a long slumber. It has many stories yet to tell us.
whenever we find those, they'll both have something to say. Tends to be interesting. Now, what you're seeing right now on my map is intel.
But what?
And that's because there's actual intel. But it's not on a person, or at least not a living person. Nope, it's on a table. And there it is. Sometimes you'll find it in separate places. Generally, it's on a person, but you know, there it is. Alright, I just didn't want to stand on the table looking like a moron collecting intel. Now, if memory serves, you can interrogate anybody to get information. But if you're not interrogating worms, that's what they're called, worms, the green ones, then you won't get all the information. You'll have to, if memory serves, you'll have to interrogate 2 targets. But I may be misremembering. And again, I don't even want to know his name. I'll learn who he is when I meet him, or he'll die before I reach him. Either way, I've got his information. So if I need to put him down, there it is. That way I'm not spoiled on the individual. The character knows who it is, but I don't. It's all a mystery to me, and I love it. And there it is.
You never lived under the cave.
Alright, red pillar, blue pillar. Old pillar, new pillar. Now, I just left. They'll remember that. And they will act accordingly. Literally everything matters. Everything. Some track you, some hunt others. It's honestly, it sets such a tone and such a possibility for the future of gaming as a whole. Whole open cities and open universes that move on their own, independent of you, that require you to keep track of those details. Iron shackle. These are prisoner shackles, leg irons to be more specific. They date back to the Second Age and were most likely worn by Gondorian captives, men and women whose involuntary servitude built the towers of the teeth flanking the Moranan. Yeah, the Moranan. Interesting. These captives would later throw off their shackles and begin a new life as outcasts in Udun. Really? Udun? Some would keep their shackles to remind themselves of the hardship.
All right, worms. Welcome to the Black Gate. You'll be building our watchtowers for us. Hard work will be rewarded.
Sir, do you mean hard work will be rewarded with a shorter sentence?
The traitors, the lot of you. Murderers and thieves. When I say rewarded, I mean I won't throw you to the catacombs.
Hell of a reward, ain't it? Damn. Caragors are an interesting bunch. We haven't seen those yet. We will. We will.
These men are not soldiers. They are not ready to die.
All things that live must die. Man alone faces the mystery of what is beyond death.
Why? What, y'all know something we don't?
Don't stop fighting, Ranger.
Not my plan, my friend. Not my plan.
Freedom.
There is an ability I wish I had, but I don't. So, there it is. The slaver. An Uruk slaver holds a captive with information on the black captains. Hunt down the slaver, rescue the captive, and find out what he knows. Oh, right. I just now remembered this mission all the way. Huh.
Well, this doesn't bode well.
Don't you see? The prisoner created a distraction.
Yep. Be prepared to capitalize on
I see more than any mortal.
capitalize on moments like that. Left bumper to activate wraith world to identify targets.
Slay the orc captain. Cut off the head of the snake, and the body will wither.
Click the right stick for that.
Archers. I must take out the eyes of the camp.
Now where it get interesting, if you haven't found the information of a captain and you do this, it'll come up the same way, but it won't have any information here. So you'll now be aware of that individual, but you still won't know any of their strengths or weaknesses. And each individual could just as easily build up strengths or weaknesses that are different.
For mercy, begging you for his life. If one more runs, we'll be out of pulse.
If memory serves, Gimoob's techniques and abilities are always the same.
There, I see you.
Shut up. Gotta love that slow-mo. Of course, as you can see on the map, we've got a whole bunch of arrows where we can recollect them.
Well, if it was, any slave trying to escape will starve to death on the pole. Don't think you can get away. Punish you yourself.
And of course, the slow-mo, oh shit, only lasts just long enough. But you can activate and deactivate it. So there's that. Now. Okay. Doesn't say anything about stealth, so stealth is useful. At least. Thing is, I don't do damage doing that. Still makes it useful.
You! Pity I have to kill you. You would make a strong slave.
Nah, this ain't what you want. Of course, we use our execution on the boss. He's ready to go. Don't go for him. I need him alive. Hold that for me. Oh no. Ah, ugh. I needed what was in your head. That's why I hate when they still want to fight around you. Dead captains drop runes that provide bonuses for you. Your weapons. Press right on the D-pad and view your weapons. Yeah, whenever you collect stuff, it'll automatically give you the choice to do things like this. It works out. You can slot runes into your weapons. Select your weapon with the left trigger and right trigger, obviously. Equip runes into available slots with A. You can upgrade your weapons with additional rune slots by spending Mirian. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? That's the first one you get for the main captain. Recover all focus and all health for killing a captain or war chief. That is any captain, anywhere, anytime. War chief included. And the war chiefs are the ones that are in the back on Sauron's armies page. Rune level. The power of a captain determines the level of rune he drops. Killing a captain using his vulnerabilities will guarantee the type of rune he drops. Stealth, daggers, ranged bows, in combat swords. Since I, of course, killed him with the sword, you know. Didn't exactly hit him with a combat finisher, but, you know, same difference. I'm assuming that's the slave I hit and not the one that's usually in this cutscene.
So you didn't die 10 years ago?
I take it you did not come here to arrest me for treason, Captain?
You and I are all that remains of that garrison, Hugo.
Then why did you come here?
Looking for a slave that fought the Black Hand of Sauron.
More like ran away from him.
You know this man?
Of course. You're staring at him.
Where are the servants of the Dark Lord? Do you even know?
Perhaps.
This is no time to keep secrets.
I've been stuck here for weeks. Steady. Come to the outcast camp. We shall ask my scouts.
I'll be there.
Interesting. Interesting times too.
It's just another orc.
No. Someone wants to be seen. We should tread with caution.
Now, of course, photo mode, useful. Think I might have mentioned this in another Let's Play. I don't really care for photo mode most times, but what is useful about it is recon. If I use photo mode, most times I use it for recon. It's like having a drone that freezes your game and looks around the battlefield in case you have a problem creeping up on you. And this and the sequel are known for it. Tutorial photo mode. Photo mode is now available. It can be toggled on and off in the options, game settings, or options game settings menu. Photo mode allows you to pause the game to take a snapshot of the action. You can manipulate the camera, apply filters, and more. I don't think they added the photo mode until they were coming out with the sequel, but I might be wrong. Now, as you can see, having killed that captain, we scattered them all like roaches, and there's a new captain with nothing known about him. Do I kill him? Do I let him continue? Hard to say, honestly. On the one hand, it could be useful. On the other hand, it could be fun. And on the other hand, it could be useful. There it is. Detonate. Shoot fires or barrels to cause them to explode. You are immune to damage from fires and explosions. Really? I forgot about that. It doesn't mean all fires or explosions, just the ones you cause, obviously. Useful, that shall be. I see intel. And I see somebody who might need to teach me some things and some stuff about somebody and some peoples and some things. Hold that. Cool. What? Yeah. It's an issue because sometimes they'll run. It looks like this one ain't. Okay. Let me holler at you real quick. Yeah. Your friend up here knows. As I said, they can interrupt you, so I pulled him back. Bye now. It sure is. I know it seems crazy. Why did I get intel on this guy? But again, I don't know if I'm gonna bother right now with killing him. Let's see now. Wasn't it blue and red that I needed for this? Cackle. Yes, it was. Right. Wait a minute. Actually, yeah, this is the better move. An interested party. You have attracted the attention of a mysterious creature. Track him down and discover what he knows of you.
What sort of rodent hides in the shadows, I wonder?
Something of great power has left its mark on him.
Indeed.
I sense it.
And you feel he has answers?
For both of us.
We should find him then.
It shouldn't be too difficult.
That's kind of weird. Something of great power has left its mark on him. But there's no way, even if it's not related, that thing of great power...
These tracks are not quite human. Not quite beast.
Even more reason to investigate.
Is that not quite human? Or not quite human, they
This creature leads us to peril.
One second. That's another thing. Now he's afraid and will carry his secrets with him.
This fate.
One second.
Seems to always end in shackles.
Yeah, it sure kind of does, doesn't it? Something of great power marks him, but you don't need to know what that is. It couldn't be of any use to you, anything like that, even if it's not related. All right then. It was pretty odd, folks. Swapped this out not too long ago. I think I may end up needing to get new batteries before too long. Gotta let these rechargeables. But hey, that's right up until you don't. No. You put that. My mouse. May not
It would appear the creature is an apt climber.
Slaves finally escaped. If that was my camp, their first attack would have been met with blood. Cut their legs at the knees. They can dig on stumps.
See, and that's the problem here.
Who was that?
Actually, good photo. That's what's up. How about you real quick?
Ready to die?
Even right now, I could be interrupted, but I'm not gonna be. The thing that made that whole little instance interesting. Every single one of them could possibly be alive and could possibly literally come back to be my worst nightmare. Legitimately. They can become that dangerous. I don't know if I will do it again, but when I played Shadow of War the first time, they have it to where you can sort of, it's a little spoilery, but they have it to where you can have an enemy follow you over between games, right? And I made a demon. I don't know if I'm gonna make another one. I might want to keep him and just have him for the main playthrough. I don't know. We'll have to see. This simple lockpick, this simple metal prod is a burglar's best friend. The pick is small and easily concealed. It can be palmed or even hidden under the tongue with minimal effort. In the hands of a skilled thief, the pick can be used to quickly and quietly defeat most locks of non-magical origin. Under the tongue, huh? Yeah, because that looked like it's gonna sit just right.
Sir, the situation is very confused. How is it confused? I see the prisoners escaping, running towards the gates, which seem to have blown open by sorcery or sabotage. Archer, stand down! Sir, we're not wasting good arrows on those people. They've served their purpose. They're damned. They're damned well out of my hair. Mordor can take the whole stinking lot of them. And send my compliments to the captain of the gates. I suppose he sent me this lockpick as some sort of joke.
That or just to let you know how it is that they did it. Make sure you wash your hands. If that description's anything to go by.
The last place we want to be is the one place we are doomed to stay. And the outcasts fled into it to escape Gondor.
And it is here that the Dark Lord will gather his armies like pieces on a game board. Unless we stop him.
Indeed. I guess that's what we're doing, huh? Now, didn't mention this before. I'm not exactly sure how far back, but this is, of course, based before the Lord of the Rings movies. Like, I want to say Gandalf is probably alive, but it's hard to say. Gandalf is old, so. But I don't think it's like a great deal of time before the movies. I have to do some research for that. Okay. One more of each. Oh yeah. Got way off track. Damn. If my brain didn't say squirrel for real. Oh well, hold on. Oh wait. Yeah, no, that was the blue one. All right. There we go.
I sense it knows more of me than I know of myself.
How could a rodent possibly know of a wraith?
It is somehow connected to me. I feel it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Walls are no obstacle for it.
Did you hear that?
Oh. I didn't hear a ting. Did you? More guy flies. Another little treat.
Run to freedom.
Anything, stranger.
Problem. Needless to say, the fear takes hold, and that again could create problems or solutions. That's the thing. You can outright create solutions as well. You can end up instituting an entire force of enemies. An entire force of enemies, quite literally incapable of dealing with your own nonsense. And of course, we got ourselves another one of these. We could also use these to fast travel. Or to advance time. Oh well,
From the ancient world. Secrets seen only by my eyes.
Why don't you share some of those secrets, my old friend? You can fast travel to unlocked forge towers. That's what they're called. I couldn't remember. On the map, anytime you are not in combat or on a mission. When you die, you are resurrected to the nearest unlocked forge tower. You can also advance time in the world by highlighting an unlocked forge tower and pressing Y. Advancing time will resolve power struggles, repopulate herbs, and change the time of day. Now, what it'll also do is repopulate Sauron's army. So how we have a few dead captains, their spots will be taken once this clock sort of rolls over, kind of thing. And it does have its uses in its own way. It really does. But the fast travel will also, not fast travel, time advance will also make you fast travel. So just be aware of that. All right. Get this side filled in. And get back to it. I can almost make out words. It says, I have no idea. Isn't that fascinating, folks? One more. You know you want me to kill you. Come on. There we go. I see arrow, but I'll leave it be. Flying creatures. Oh, wait a minute. I actually can't do that. Guess they're up here. Yep. Good opportunity to upgrade myself a bit, especially with all this Mirian. More elf shots, more health, more focus. Not entirely concerned about the runes. As you've seen, we have some runes, but there's also some runes that we don't need, but we already have equipped. Or ones that we do need, we already have equipped. Perfect. Last one. Oh shit. Okay, gang. Come on now. There we go. All right. Blue pillar, white plus, yellow dome.
There, it's on the run.
And flying creatures. No. Good. Yep. I did just run that spider over. It's easier though. I'll come back to that in just a second. It's easier though if you wanna shoot. Obviously. Now, what are you?
What manner of spell is this?
A lost Talion.
You remember? A few broken images, yes.
Now I wish that I didn't.
Your family was
Perhaps that pain is what connects us.
Say hello to our first Caragor, focus, and one to the dome.
It is escaping.
Get the hell up out here. Alright, arrows. Q. I was hoping to find some flying creatures. I was leaving.
Voodoo cutters. They must have tracked the categories here.
Nope. New enemy, hunters. Hunters should be dealt with quickly. Press A while running to dodge spears. You can't counter spears and you can't shoot the spears. All you can do is shoot the hunters. Hold up. Ah. Thought he might have been close since I had shot him. I had hit him almost at full power. I was kind of surprised he didn't die. You know what? Yeah, you can. I can take your brains. That's what I can take. Tap A to dodge unblockable attack.
The cowardly creature lurks around here somewhere.
2 shots to the dome.
He will remember Precious. We will make him.
Yes. We must have it back. We must have it.
Quiet. Quiet, Precious.
Think you could sneak up on me so easily, eh?
Mordor hurts us.
What does he know of it?
Bright Master. Yes, we know. Bright Master came to us in our dreams. Precious. It showed us. It showed us treasures of the Bright Master.
No more wraiths.
Yes, we swears. We swears to serve the Bright Master. We takes him to his treasures.
I do not trust him.
But we need him. Do you not wish to know who I am?
I gotta be careful about that. We all know how Gollum's story ends in the main situation. Always felt bad for him. Never wanted to be that. Murdered his best friend, and still all of that. All the way up to this point. Well, folks, it's gonna be the end of episode 1 of Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor. You folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of my other playlists. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you. Oh, well. Let him get this out the way. Interesting. Nothing to say. Really?
What? Did you hear that?
That makes no sense. Alright. Well, catch you next episode, folks.